everybody, and welcome to my channel, Bob Dempster. We're going to make broccoli cheese soup, and it is going to be delicious. So let's really get started. Here are some of the ingredients. We're going to have onions, garlic, broccoli of course, cheese, chicken bouillon cubes. I got to get this in my memory, make sure I know. A little bit of flour, water, and I'll let you know as we go along. So let's get started. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. All right, here's our onion, and we have about a half an onion is what we're going to put in the broccoli soup. So we're going to cut that up. We're going to chop it up, and I've got my little chopper here, and after that we're going to cut up some garlic. This doesn't take any time at all to do that. This one. Cut it up to about a medium chop, like that. That's good. Get a little bit of this in here, a little bit of that. All right, move this to the side. Coming along with the garlic. Chop some of this garlic off here. Get that boy to cooperate. Let's turn it this way. There we go, we got him. 1, 2, so we'll say 3. You can use your discretion on what you prefer. If you don't like garlic, you can leave it out. But of course, garlic, onions adds flavor. Lots of flavor. But it is what it is, and you do what you want. Now here we go. Taking these peels off. You smash it like that, they come off pretty easily. One more little guy hiding back in there. Get him like that. I'm going to put these garlic pieces right over there. Get my handy dandy chopper. Chop that up. Cut that a little finer. Get some of that garlic off of that. We're good. Move that to the side. Now we're going to get the broccoli. And I would say probably use a head of broccoli, and chop it up not fine, not too thick. Just what you think would be good in a soup when you take that first bite. So I'm going to do it like this. If I see big ones, I'll chop them down a little bit. Go like this. Come over here. Get those guys that are hiding on the side, trying to get out of the pot. All right, here we go. That looks pretty good like that. Oh yeah. Chop a little more. Get some of these bigger guys like that. See, so you want to kind of like this, maybe a little smaller than that. Chop a little more. Like that. That's good. Now from here we're going to start going to our pot, and we're going to start cooking this. I've got a couple of others in here. I may use those up. We're going to go over to the stove and start cooking. Now we're going to be shredding up our cheddar cheese here for the broccoli soup. Put it in my handy dandy food processor. Going to shred that up. Takes just a second. And here we go. Just like that. All done. Now we're going to the stove. And here we are at the stove, and we are melting butter, probably half a cup of butter, and let that kind of sizzle, come to a try to caramelize just a little bit, and then we're going to add our onions and garlic. It's coming now. A couple of broccoli twigs got snuck in there. All right, onions, garlic. We're gonna let that saute a little bit. Timer off. Okay, there we go. Saute that a little bit. Oh, the soup is so good. You would not believe how good broccoli cheese soup is. You can let that caramelize a little bit, and then comes 5 tablespoons of flour. But before I put that in there, we're going to put 1 8-ounce cream cheese. And we're going to melt that down. Let that get all melted down. Cream cheese, I love cream cheese. It just always enriches everything. Tastes so good. Yes, it does. So while that's melting down, we're going to get ready and put in the flour. And it's going to be 5 tablespoons. And then we are also going to put in 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Now you can have either the cubes or the powder, or the one that's kind of like a paste that you buy that's been out lately, which I use a lot of. But today I'm just going to use the powder. Get this cream cheese all melted down here before we start. I'm going to get that melted before we put the flour in there. And we're going to make kind of a little roux, 5 tablespoons of flour. Stir them in there one at a time. Make sure they get blended in there, cooked in there. There's 2. Cook that down a little bit. Get that blended in. Here's 3. Cook that down. Very good. Now with that, here comes a couple of tablespoons of chicken bouillon right there. It will add flavor. Mix that in. Get that nice. And while that's mixing, we're going to get the broccoli. Put that broccoli in there. Let it cook a little bit. Stir that in there. Get it mixed up. Let that cook down a little bit. Now comes some water. We've got 3 cups of water. There's 2. And here's 3. Add some pepper. Fresh ground pepper I like, but you can put regular pepper, not ground yourself, you know. Do whatever you want. And a little salt, but you might be careful of the salt. Test it as you go, because we've got the bouillon in there, and that's got salt in it as well. And the cheese does too. Cheese is coming. So we're going to get that going a little more. Let it heat up. All right, we have the soup boiling now, and we're going to add 2 cups of milk. Now that's going to cool this down a little bit, and we'll get it up boiling again. There we go, 2 cups of milk. That's going to help it to be nice and creamy. Get that hot again. And I'm also going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Like that. 1/2 teaspoon onion powder. Like that. What does that do? That adds flavor, additional flavor. I always like herbs and spices, as most of you know if you've watched my videos. I like that. So we're going to get this heating up here, and then comes the cheese. Get that cheese melting in there. So we're going to start adding that in there. so it can start melting also. There we go. We got about a cup of cheddar cheese. It's exciting when you start adding things like this in there. I thought, oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be, yeah, good. All right, got the cheese in there. It's heating up now. We're gonna see how this is gonna taste. All right, here we are, ready to taste this broccoli cheese soup. Look at this. Looks absolutely delicious. Still got some steam flowing here. Let me try this and see. Oh yeah. That is delicious. Please try this. I gotta have more. Yes. Perfect. That is great. Try it. Broccoli cheese soup. And I can go over some of the instructions. And that is 1/2 onion, 1/2 cup butter, 5 tablespoons of flour, 1 package of cream cheese, be 8 ounces, 2 tablespoons chicken bouillon, 1 to 2 bunches of broccoli cut up, 2 cups of milk, 3 cups water, 1 cup shredded cheese, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And there you go. Cook that up. Fantastic and delicious. I want to thank you for joining me today in our cooking experience of making broccoli cheese soup. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. Thank you for joining my channel. Click the subscribe button and the bell to let you know when the next video is coming. I appreciate it very much. I really do. I'm just straightening my glasses because half the time they're crooked. Anyway, here we go. This is some of my seasoning salt. I have 2. One is smoked seasoning salt and the other is regular seasoning salt. Great. You can order it. I'll put it at the end of this. And then the other thing, I just made this cayenne pepper sauce. Just made it 2 days ago. Cayenne peppers from my garden. And this is my favorite. Love it. It's not that hot. It's mild, but it adds flavor. You could even put a few drops of this in your broccoli cheese soup. Okay? Thanks again for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.